Alright, in this video we're going to take what's in this package and we're going to put it together. You'll notice, let's go and open it up and get things out of it. You should have 4 pieces. You have the actual Arduino itself right here. You have 2 15-pin and a 6-pin. 6-pin you can set away. In fact, I would take and put it back into your bag because we're not going to use it for this particular project. So that leaves these 2 and the Arduino. Now one of the things, if you look at the Arduino and you look at it a little closer, around those holes, there's not much there to solder to. Or if you look at the holes around here, look how much bigger the solder holes are. In fact, I actually made them bigger just to make it easier to solder. See how much bigger they are. That makes it very hard to solder because there's not much for it to stick to, and it takes a lot of patience. And I'm going to walk you through, and it's also very important that these are on here straight, so I'm going to walk you through how to do that. We've done tacking already. This is basically what we're going to do, is do a tack. It should be a little easier with this, doing the tack, but the soldering itself is going to be a little bit more difficult. So these go on the bottom side. The top side has the button on it, so we're going to take these and put it in, just like this. And then we're going to try to hold it together and set it down. So now the Arduino itself is holding it's sitting on top of the holes. So we don't have to hold with our fingers this time to tack it. So we're going to tack 1 at each end, or 1 at one end for each of the pins. So we're going to do, I'm just going to start up here. Going to tack 1, and I'm going to tack this one. All right, I'm going to pick it up as it cools down for a couple seconds and turn it over. And what's important is we make sure this is straight. If this isn't straight, we got to fix it because it won't go into this dill socket right here if it's not straight. And you can see they're close, but not exactly. So this one's bending in just a little bit, so I'm just going to hold the tack a little bit and try to get it straight. I'm actually going to turn it around so it's easier, like this. Again, make sure where you're touching, because I am heating up this first pin, but I'm not touching it. All right, that looks pretty good. This one's not too far off either. They're pretty close. All right, let's look and make sure everything looks good. Okay, everything looks good. So now we go through and we solder the rest of this. Now, as you can tell here, already off my tacks, it doesn't want to solder very well. So this is something that just takes patience. So just take your time. I will fast forward through this, but you basically have to go through each one of these. Do not over solder it with extra solder. If you jump across one of these, we have to fix it, because if you jump across it, it's not going to work. So just be careful how much solder you're using, and be careful how long you're holding it on here too, because these parts are more sensitive than the other ones. You can see I'm having a lot of trouble just getting rid of extra solder here. So you can just take your time and solder. Just got to remember, there's not much to solder onto, and that's part of the problem. Okay, there we go. Still a little warm from the solder, but you can see there's all the solders, and I'm never happy with how these things turn out. My whole concern about solder and how it looks just never works out for me. You can see I have a little hump right here. It's going to drive me nuts until I fix it. So, yeah. Very difficult thing to solder. So, if you haven't gotten this far, go ahead and stop the video and finish this up. Take your time. You don't want to do any damage to this because this is the main brain of the whole thing. So just be careful and take your time. Slow. If you get any jumps across, you have to clean up your jumps. So, all right. And then after you get done with that, start the next video, and we'll go ahead and get this inserted, and then we'll put on the last piece, which is the battery, which is optional for you as well. So, finish up. Come back to the next video.